I spent 8 years playing the role of the invisible chef for my husband's family. Every Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter followed the exact same script. The second we walked through the door, my mother-in-law would hand me an apron like it was a royal decree. While the rest of the family settled into the living room with wine and football, I was banished to the kitchen. I didn't mind at first because I loved to cook, but it wasn't just about the work. It was the commentary. If I reached for the garlic or paprika, my mother-in-law would physically block the cabinet. She'd say they liked to actually taste the food, followed by a room full of laughter. They called my family's traditional recipes too ethnic or too much, even as they scraped their plates clean. I was the default cook, the default cleaner, and the default target for their passive-aggressive jabs. My sister-in-law would walk in just to hand me her dirty plate without making eye contact, telling me I was just so good at this stuff before disappearing back to the couch. My husband always gave me the same excuse. They don't mean it like that. It's just one more year. But last Christmas was the breaking point. I spent 14 hours making a feast from scratch, only for his mother to announce to the table that she had to watch me like a hawk, or the meal would have been inedible. The whole table laughed, even my husband. I smiled, finished the meal, and made a silent vow on the drive home. Never again. This Thanksgiving, we walked in, and I headed straight for the couch. My mother-in-law froze, waiting for me to take my post in the kitchen. When I told her I wasn't cooking this year, the room went silent. Watching them try to navigate a kitchen was like watching a slow-motion car's crash. The turkey was burnt yet raw, the gravy was lumpy gray paste, and the sides were a disaster. Every 5 minutes, someone looked at me, pleading with their eyes for me to save them. I just sat there and enjoyed my drink. Finally, his mother snapped. She stormed out, covered in grease, and called me petty and lazy. She told me I was ruining the holiday. I simply asked why she'd want my dangerous cooking anyway. That's when the mask fully slipped. She hurled a comment so laced with prejudice and hate that the air left the room. My husband finally stood up. He didn't argue. He didn't make excuses. He just grabbed my hand and told them we were never coming back. We had Chinese takeout on the couch that night, and it was the best Thanksgiving meal I've had in 8 years.